Almond milk is supposed to be one of the healthiest dairy alternatives you can consume, right? Lower in calories than cow's milk, naturally lactose-free, rich in vitamin E, and perfect for anyone avoiding dairy. But here is the dirty secret the plant milk industry does not want you to know. Most of the almond milk sold in Australian supermarkets is not really almond milk, and I am not exaggerating. Independent analysis has revealed that some products contain as little as 2% almonds, which means you are essentially paying premium prices for expensive water with a handful of nuts thrown in and a long list of additives to make it taste like something. You are getting ripped off. I have spent months researching this, reading ingredient labels, examining nutritional panels, and comparing what Australian consumers are actually getting versus what they think they are buying. What I discovered is absolutely shocking. The almond milk industry is built on clever marketing and misleading packaging, and Australian consumers are paying a fortune for products that barely qualify as almond milk at all. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which brands to avoid and how to spot fake almond milk. Number 7. Woolworths almond milk. Let's start with Woolworths house brand. At around $3.50 for a litre, it seems like incredible value. But here's the problem. This almond milk contains just 2.5% almonds. Let me put that in perspective for you. If you made almond milk at home using a standard recipe of 1 part almonds to 3 parts water, you would end up with around 25% almond content. Woolworths is giving you 1/10 of that. You are paying for water with a splash of almond flavour. The ingredient list tells the real story. Water, ground almonds at just 2.5%, tapioca starch, natural flavour, mineral salt, emulsifier, salt, and vegetable gums including gellan gum and xanthan gum. That's 8 ingredients when real almond milk should only need 2, almonds and water. The tapioca starch is there to give it body because there are not enough almonds to create any natural thickness. The vegetable gums are doing the heavy lifting to make this watery mixture feel like milk in your mouth. I did a simple calculation. A litre of this almond milk contains approximately 25 grams of actual almonds. That's roughly equivalent to about 20 individual almond kernels in an entire litre. You could literally count the almonds that went into your carton on your fingers and toes. The protein content reflects this pathetic almond percentage, coming in at just 0.7 grams per 100 millilitres. Real almond milk with decent almond content should have at least 1.5 grams of protein per 100 millilitres. The flavour is predictably bland and watery. There is barely any nuttiness, no richness, just a vaguely creamy liquid that tastes more like the additives than actual almonds. If you are using this thinking you are getting the health benefits of almonds, you are fooling yourself. At 2.5% almonds, the vitamin E and healthy fats that make almonds nutritious are virtually non-existent. You are drinking expensive flavoured water. Number 6. Coles almond milk unsweetened. Same story as Woolworths, different supermarket logo. Coles' house brand almond milk is another only 2.5% almond product masquerading as a healthy dairy alternative. At around $4 per litre, you are paying slightly more than Woolworths for essentially the same inferior product. The ingredient list is nearly identical to its competitor. Water, ground almonds at 2.5%, tapioca starch, natural flavour, mineral salt, emulsifier, salt, vegetable gums. It is like these supermarket giants are using the exact same playbook to deliver the minimum possible product at the maximum possible margin. The protein content is a measly 0.7 grams per 100 millilitres, confirming that barely any actual almonds made it into your carton. What really bothers me about these supermarket brands is the deceptive packaging. The cartons feature beautiful images of whole almonds, giving the impression of a wholesome natural product. The marketing emphasises health benefits like calcium fortification and being lactose-free, but they conveniently downplay the fact that almonds are barely present at all. You have to hunt for that tiny 2.5% figure hidden in the fine print. I tested this milk in coffee and it performed terribly. It separated almost immediately, leaving an unappetizing layer of watery liquid floating on top of my espresso. That is because there is not enough natural almond fat to create a stable emulsion. The gums they add can only do so much when you are starting with such a pathetic base product. For $4 per litre, you deserve actual almond milk, not this industrial approximation. Number 5. Inner Goodness Almond Milk from Aldi. Aldi's Inner Goodness Almond Milk is popular because of its rock-bottom price point, often coming in under $2 per litre. But as the saying goes, you get what you pay for. This product contains just 2.5% almonds, putting it in the same pathetic category as the major supermarket brands. The ingredient list includes water, ground almonds at 2.5%, natural vanilla flavour, stabilizers, mineral salt, vegetable gums, and anti-caking agents. The addition of vanilla flavour is a classic industry trick to mask the lack of actual almond taste. When a product does not contain enough almonds to taste like almonds, companies just add flavouring to compensate. It is deceptive marketing at its finest. Multiple reviewers have noted that the vanilla flavour in this product is overpowering and unnecessary. One health-conscious consumer said they are sick of companies adding vanilla flavour to almond milk because it really does not need it. They are right. Real almond milk with adequate almond content has a naturally pleasant, subtly sweet, nutty flavour. The protein content in Aldi's offering is predictably low and the texture is thin and watery. At under $2 per litre, some might argue it is acceptable value, but I disagree. Paying even $2 for a product that contains barely any of its namesake ingredient is still being ripped off. You are not buying almond milk. You are buying water with additives and a marketing budget. Number 4. So Good Almond Milk Original. So Good is one of Australia's biggest plant milk brands, owned by Sanitarium. The brand has excellent recognition and many Australians trust it implicitly. Unfortunately, that trust is being exploited to sell mediocre products at premium prices. At around $4.50 per litre, So Good Almond Milk Original contains just 2.5% almonds, exactly the same pitiful amount as the cheap supermarket brands. The ingredient list is particularly concerning. Filtered water, cane sugar, ground almonds at 2.5%, mineral calcium, emulsifier, natural flavour, salt, mineral salt, vegetable gum, antioxidant, and added vitamins. Notice something troubling there. Cane sugar is listed as the second ingredient, appearing before almonds. That means there's more sugar in this almond milk than there are actual almonds. You're drinking sugary water with a hint of almond. The original variety contains added cane sugar specifically to mask the bland taste that comes from using such a small percentage of almonds. If they used more almonds, the natural sweetness and flavour would shine through without needing added sugar. Instead, they've created a product that could contribute to your daily sugar intake while providing virtually none of the nutritional benefits you'd expect from almonds. So Good heavily markets this product as being high in calcium and containing vitamins B12, B2, and E. What they're really doing is fortifying a nutritionally empty base product with synthetic additives to make it appear healthy. You could fortify sugar water with the same vitamins and make similar health claims. The vitamins aren't coming from the almonds because there aren't enough almonds to contribute meaningful nutrition. You're buying expensive fortified water, not almond milk. Number 3. Vitasoy Almond Milk Unsweetened. Vitasoy positions itself as Australia's #1 plant milk brand, and their almond milk is ubiquitous in supermarkets and cafes across the country. But brand dominance does not equal quality. Vitasoy Almond Milk Unsweetened contains just 3.8% almonds. That is marginally better than the 2.5% products, but still dramatically less than what genuine almond milk should contain. The ingredients list reads filtered water, whole almonds at a minimum of 3.8%, mineral calcium phosphate, the emulsifier sunflower lecithin, sea salt, natural flavour, and the vegetable gum gellan. The presence of natural flavour is telling. Why would almond milk need added flavouring if it contained enough almonds to actually taste like almonds? The answer is obvious. It does not contain enough almonds, so they add flavouring to compensate. At around $4.50 per litre, Vitasoy is priced at a premium, but delivers a substandard product. The protein content is around 0.5 grams per 100 millilitres, reflecting the low almond content. Compare this to homemade almond milk with 25% almond content, which delivers significantly more protein, healthy fats, and natural almond flavor. I have noticed that Vitasoy almond milk separates noticeably in coffee and when left standing. The gel and gum they add as a stabilizer helps, but it cannot fully compensate for the lack of natural almond fats that would keep the product emulsified. Some consumers have reported that the gel and gum causes digestive upset, particularly in people with sensitive stomachs or existing gut issues. If you are switching to almond milk for health reasons, the last thing you want is additives that might irritate your digestive system. Number 2, Milk Lab almond milk. Milk Lab has positioned itself as the barista's choice, marketing heavily to cafes and coffee shops across Australia. The sleek packaging and premium branding suggest a quality product. But look at the ingredient list and the illusion shatters. Milk Lab almond milk contains only 3.5% almonds, along with a cocktail of additives that would make a food scientist wince. The full ingredient list reads as follows: Australian water, almonds at 3.5%, sugar, vegetable oil from canola or sunflower, maltodextrin from corn, mineral salts including potassium citrate and dipotassium phosphate, vegetable gums including gel and gum, xanthan gum and locust bean gum, the emulsifier sunflower lecithin, and sea salt. That is over a dozen ingredients, when real almond milk needs 2. Let us break down what is actually in this so-called almond milk. There is added sugar to improve palatability. There is vegetable oil to add richness, because there are not enough almonds to provide natural fat. There is maltodextrin, which is essentially a processed carbohydrate filler derived from corn. There are multiple vegetable gums working together to create an artificial creamy texture. This is not almond milk. It is a highly processed food product engineered to imitate almond milk. Around $5.50 per litre in supermarkets, and even more in cafes, Milk Lab is priced as a premium product. But premium pricing does not guarantee premium quality. You are paying top dollar for vegetable oils, corn derivatives, and a tiny amount of actual almonds. The product performs reasonably well in coffee because it has been specifically engineered with additives to foam and to mimic milk's texture, but functional performance does not make it healthy or good value. Number 1, So Good Almond Milk Barista. This is hands down one of the most misleading almond milk products in Australian supermarkets. So Good Almond Milk Barista is specifically marketed to coffee lovers and home baristas, suggesting a premium product designed for discerning consumers. The reality is far less impressive. This product contains just 3% almonds and has one of the longest ingredient lists you will find in the plant milk aisle. The ingredients include filtered water, Australian ground almonds at 3%, cane sugar, corn maltodextrin, vegetable oils including sunflower and canola, acidity regulator potassium phosphate, mineral calcium, emulsifier lecithin, salt, vegetable gums, antioxidant ascorbic acid, and multiple added vitamins. We are up to over 15 different ingredients in a product that should contain 2. The second ingredient is cane sugar. The fourth ingredient is corn maltodextrin, a highly processed carbohydrate. The fifth ingredient is vegetable oils. So before we even get to any other additives, we have sugar, processed corn products, and seed oils taking precedence over the tiny amount of actual almonds in the product. This is not almond milk. It is a processed food product with almond flavoring. At around $5 per litre, So Good Barista commands premium pricing while delivering a nutritionally questionable product. The vegetable oils are there to help it foam and provide texture for coffee, not because they are good for you. The maltodextrin is there to add body and mouthfeel cheaply. The sugar is there because 3% almonds does not taste like much. You are paying $5 for the privilege of consuming processed corn, cheap vegetable oils, and sugar with a hint of almond essence. What really bothers me about barista-style almond milks in general is the deceptive marketing. They are positioned as premium products for health-conscious coffee lovers. In reality, they often contain more additives and less actual almonds than regular varieties. The barista label is just a marketing gimmick to justify higher prices for inferior products loaded with cheap fillers designed to mimic the functionality of actual almond milk. So what should you buy? Here are the almond milk brands actually worth your money. Number 1, Inside Out Almond Milk. Inside Out is a Victorian-based Australian company producing some of the highest quality almond milk available in local supermarkets. Their chilled almond milk contains 11% almonds in some varieties, which is more than 4 times the amount you will find in most supermarket brands. At around $6 per litre, it is more expensive, but you are actually getting real almond milk. The ingredient list is refreshingly short. Almond milk made from filtered water and activated almonds at 11%, calcium carbonate, sea salt, and vegetable gum gelin. That is it. No added sugars, no vegetable oils, no maltodextrin, no artificial flavours. Just almonds, water, calcium for fortification, a touch of salt, and a minimal amount of stabiliser. The flavour is noticeably different from the cheap alternatives. You can actually taste the almonds. There is a natural richness and subtle sweetness that comes from using adequate amounts of real nuts. The protein content is significantly higher at 1.5 grams per 100 millilitres, reflecting the genuine almond content. This is what almond milk should taste like. Number 2, Pure Harvest Organic Activated Almond Milk. Pure Harvest was the first company to release almond milk in Australia back in 2007, and they have maintained their commitment to quality. Their organic activated almond milk contains 7% almonds, nearly 3 times what you will find in supermarket brands. At around $5 per litre, it is competitively priced for the quality you receive. The ingredients are simple. Filtered Australian water, organic activated almonds at 7%, organic brown rice, sea salt, and natural almond essence. The almonds are activated, meaning they have been soaked before processing, which proponents believe makes the nutrients more bioavailable and easier to digest. There are no gums, no emulsifiers, no vegetable oils, and no added sugars. Pure Harvest uses certified organic almonds, which means no synthetic pesticides or fertilizers were used in production. For health-conscious Australians, this matters. The product has a clean, natural almond flavour and a slightly thinner texture than the gum-laden alternatives, but that is actually a sign of a more natural product. Real almond milk does not have the thick, creamy consistency of dairy milk unless you load it with additives. Number 3, Nutty Bruce Unsweetened Activated Almond Milk. Nutty Bruce has built a strong reputation for producing clean, additive-free plant milks. Their unsweetened activated almond milk contains 7% organic activated almonds and has one of the cleanest ingredient lists you will find. It is available at both Woolworths and Coles, making it accessible to most Australian shoppers. The complete ingredient list is filtered water, activated organic almonds at 7%, organic brown rice, and sea salt. That is it. 4 ingredients. No gums, no thickeners, no preservatives, no colours, no added oils. The almonds are certified organic and activated through a 12-hour soaking process. This is as close to homemade almond milk as you can get from a commercial product. At around $5.50 per litre, Nutty Bruce is slightly more expensive than the major brands, but the difference in quality is dramatic. You can taste real almonds. The product has integrity. You are not consuming a laboratory-designed approximation of almond milk loaded with cheap fillers. You are drinking actual almond milk made from real ingredients by a company that prioritizes quality over profit margins. If this video shocked you and opened your eyes to the almond milk scam, smash that like button right now. Share this video with everyone you know, your family, your friends, your co-workers. They need to see this information because most Australians have no idea they are being ripped off every time they buy almond milk. Subscribe to the channel because I'm exposing more food industry frauds and helping you make better choices for your health and your wallet. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next video. Drop a comment below telling me which almond milk brand surprised you the most, or if you've been using any of these fake almond milks and didn't realize it. I read every single comment and I love hearing from you. Together, we're going to hold these companies accountable and stop getting ripped off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.